Hello, amazing one. How are you? So, we've got a lot going on. This series of videos, which is where you are right now, is called My Incredible Orbit Dive In. And it's really a chance just for me to give you a bit of a sneak peek into the upcoming topic that I'm going to be presenting into the My Incredible Orbit community this very month. Now, they're topics that we all have questions about, issues with, and most of the time, not a lot of knowledge around, to be honest, because they're not something that's taught to us when we're young. Primarily, that's a big issue. Every single month's topic is fascinatingly different to give us each huge aha moments of growth and clarity. Now, I know that by giving you just a little glimpse into what we are doing right now and perhaps posing some really important questions to you, opening up and talking about some common problems with people that they get in their sessions with me, that I could start some process of perhaps healing and shifting with you in your own inner world, and that would be of huge help. And if you're ready to be brave, be bold, and grow with a super supportive group of women, then the link to find out more about My Incredible Orbit is always in the comments section below. So let's dive in with this month's topic. Rightio. So this month in March, in the My Incredible Orbit community, we're going to be looking at the topic of wealth. I want to backtrack just a tiny bit because this is nothing new to us. This is a series of sessions that we do every single yearly cycle because it's so important. This is something that we have a relationship with every day of our lives in some way. The topic of wealth, the consciousness of wealth. And so we have been looking at this and diving into it and really challenging parts of ourselves around wealth, parts of our relationships to wealth and money, our belief systems around it, the way that we were brought up to believe about wealth. We are working with whatever needs to be addressed right now that can change our relationship and what happens with wealth. Years gone by in the MIO Academy community, this series of sessions actually was called Money. But last year, something really shifted, and it was because of what we were going through, not only individually, but as a collective. And everyone's collective innate wisdoms in the academy came to these series of 3 sessions that we did last year and said, let's not focus on this being about money now. Let's take a few steps back out of this and focus on the concept of wealth. Now, wealth just doesn't relate to money. Wealth relates to a lot of different concepts. So I'm not going to go into all of those today because I can't possibly cover everything that I think might come up in a session. Or 3 sessions that we do. But I must say, with everything that's happened in the last year or so globally, I'm actually really excited to see what comes up as a priority to be addressed and what our collective innate wisdoms want us to know about wealth, what it wants us to shift or release around wealth, what it wants us to build a relationship with around wealth. We are stepping out of old patterns, habits, systems, old belief systems that were taught to our ancestors now that we are getting ready to not only shake off but to completely step out of and step into brand new systems and relationships to do with wealth. And that massively excites me. So don't forget, you can always join the My Incredible Orbit community. You have to be a member to be able to get access to these sessions and participate in them live. But at the moment, I want to just give you a little bit of insight as to what's going on with wealth and what possibly you could see in your world around you and what you might be having to face and look at. So what I do know for sure is that we are currently in a really big process where the planet Uranus, or Uranus as some people refer to it, is in Taurus until 2025, so a few more years. Now, Taurus rules our financial systems on this planet, and Uranus shakes everything up that is no longer working. Now, this is a very natural evolutionary process that we are in for another few years. With Uranus and Pluto together working very hard, it means that we are likely to see huge, erratic turbulences within wealth and within the markets. Now, Uranus rules digitalization, and chances are that we're probably going to see a digital currency emerging even stronger. So, more ways of exchanging services online is probably going to be a big focus. Without us using physical cash, is probably going to emerge over the next year or two. As a collective, we are rapidly moving away from what no longer serves us, what's old structures, pathological, patriarchal money systems, and what we are no longer willing to tolerate. And from that, we are already seeing the rapid birthing of many new ideas when it comes to money, exchange, barter, services, wealth, investments, currencies, abundance, etc. It is super exciting. I'm pumped to see where we're going with this. This area of consciousness is shifting so fast. We must do yearly wealth series of sessions to keep us all synchronized and in super great alignment with the changing of wealth consciousness here on our planet, because it is changing rapidly. The relationships that we had with wealth and money might have worked well for some people for a certain amount of time, for many decades or a long time ago, but they don't now, because we are shifting as a collective, because our consciousness is shifting, what we want, what we need, what we aspire to, what drives us, which is really based around community, connection, collaboration, love. That will see old, corrupt, pathological, as I said before, unhealthy, almost cancerous systems start to really break open and crack, and they will fall away. But it also means that simultaneously there will be the emerging of new understanding of wealth and money, new relationships with that, new ways that we talk about it, the way that we express our relationships with wealth and money. And we're going to be participating in things that we didn't think 10 years ago that we would be participating in, as far as wealth and money and doing business, or being a consumer. We would have no idea that that was even on the cards. Okay, so we've got some really exciting things to look forward to over the next few years. It's very important that you're aware that this is going to happen regardless of what you do. It is also very important to do a few things. Get yourself educated. Seek out people that you resonate with, that feel good to you in your gut, and that you feel like you can build a bit of a relationship with and have some trust in what they are saying. That's the first thing. There's a lot of education out there. There are a lot of people speaking really great things out there, but you need to pick what's right for you and what resonates for you. So education and taking self-responsibility when it comes to wealth and money, first most very important thing. There is this process that we're going through, and larger corporations, systems, banking are also going through. The old way of understanding wealth and money, of doing business with wealth and money, of manipulating people with wealth and money, of being fearful of wealth and money, or having particular really destructive, restrictive belief systems around wealth or money, doesn't fit anymore. It just doesn't work with us. As a collective, we're outgrowing that. We're evolving. Really, So it's very important that we individually also challenge our own belief systems around this and get ready for the changes to come. Now, you can do this individually, and there is a certain amount of work that I absolutely do individually, but working on your own belief systems and really trying to reorganize or redevelop new healthy relationships and systems with wealth and money. I feel like it is far better when you do that in group environments, especially healthy group environments with people who are very much aligned with where you are currently, that that you can be in a safe space, that is going to take you on the journey that you need to go on. So group work of any kind or group healing of any kind is well worth its weight in gold. Speaking of gold, precious metals are going to be very, very important. And we don't often, depending on who you are, think of that as being what you would consider to be wealth, or having some of that as part of your wealth or money relationship. Okay. So get ready for the change because it is coming. Readdress your own belief systems and relationships around wealth and money, because if you don't, then as the changes are happening around the world, and remember I said they're going to happen regardless of what you try to do. You can try to stop it, but it's not going to happen because we are in this natural evolutionary process. It means that if you don't get help and support and be educating yourself, then that period of time could be particularly difficult for you. And we don't need for that to be the case. So they would be my top tips that you can do immediately that would help you. And the other thing that I would do, just as a last minute by the by before you leave, is check out the My Incredible Orbit Academy on my website. If you feel like it could be really good for you or that you would possibly be a good fit for it, you can sign up. If you have some further questions about it, and I would rather you be sure before you enroll, then you can request a one-on-one short meeting with me where I can ask you some simple questions, and it will let you know whether you would be a really good fit for the academy in just 10 or 15 minutes. So that's easy to do. All right, you just need to email the office, info@JacquieMcIntyre.com, to do that and request a one-on-one meeting. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to leave you. That's what we're doing for March. We're looking at wealth, and I will see you back here at the start of April so that we can dive in and look at what we're doing in the Academy for April and what concept that we're going to be looking at. I am a little bit late for March, but that's because we've had big floods through here where I live in Queensland, and we had a period of time of flooding, and then we had no power and we had no internet, and now we're in cleanup. So I am late, and I apologize being a few days late with this, but I know you're all hanging in there as well, especially the Academy members waiting for this to come through. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.